It's Monday morning, May 10th, 2021. Just another manic Monday. Kind of wish it were Sunday. You know, you know the rest. Anyway, so Monday, May 10th, 2021. This is episode 48 of 413 Sports Talk. I'm your host, Raheem Escobar. Today, we have just the usual as we prepare for this huge Wednesday show. I I have some NBA scores, MLB scores, NHL scores, and today we are grading the draft NFC North style. So without further ado, let us continue. We start with grading the draft. Culata today. Um, I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin because, like I said, we're doing the NFC North style, which means I would have to do the two top teams in the NFC North today, right? Um, so much has gone on with my franchise over the last couple of weeks, dating back to last year. Um, I felt like the brass of our organization um, kind of took personal uh, what Aaron Rodgers had said, and um, people amongst the brass commenting that he's declining. His stats in the last couple of years have declined. Um, I understand he's only got playoff victories over Minnesota. What's that? Joe Webb. Um, um, we beat the Bears. We beat the Bears two good times in the playoffs. Um, actually, no. I'm mistaken. The Randall Cobb game was week 17. But anyway, dude, McCarthy and Ted Thompson, and like they were just they just had it going on. We won a ring under them. We've been to countless games. We transitioned from one legendary quarterback to one that would soon be another. Receivers came and went. Donald Driver, um, James, what's his name? Yeah, Robert Ferguson. Um, who else? Who do we have? That was number 87. Robert, no, yeah. Robert Brooks, but that's going back to the 90s. The point is we've had great teams. We had great coaches, besides for Mike Sherman. And I just don't, I don't get the decision making here. You know, if a backup quarterback or a backup player was talking smack about the organization in ways in which kind of like we're sneaky and underhanded, he'd be cut, he'd be gone, he'd be history. For example, the Kansas City Chiefs signed a restricted free agent, or undrafted free agent. I'm sorry, who's a tight end. Um, let me see. I thought I wrote it down just to bring it up to you guys. Apparently I didn't, but he was fired for requesting his salary in Bitcoin. Um, I don't know. Funny stuff goes on around the league. And it continues with this draft class, too. Eric Stokes out of Georgia. We got him in the first round, 29th overall. I can't say I disagree, and I can't say I agree because, well, I could say that I agree because we needed a corner. I think what Kevin King did in the NFC Championship against the Buccaneers kind of, you know, waved that flag. So I think we grabbed him, and we grabbed him because we needed him. Were there more talented players on the board that we could have used at that point? Hell yeah. But our, our management decided to go a different route with our first round pick. Now it's upsetting that my quarterback's a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. Won Super Bowl. He has the most seasons with touchdown intercept. The touchdowns. Well, excuse me for butchering this fact, but he is the only quarterback to have multiple 40-yard touchdown seasons and less than 10 picks. Find somebody else with less than 10 picks and was throwing 40 something touchdowns a year. You're gonna find it. You're gonna find a pick in there somewhere. So I don't know, man. I think Aaron proved himself. I think the organization needs to make it right. Um, you already fired one guy because of him, so that's not good. But I think Kunst needs to take some public responsibility and apologize and say, you know what, Aaron, you know what, Green Bay Packers fans, we got this wrong. There needs to be some culpability um, for the Green Bay Packers management, and that's just what it is. As far as other holes, well, we needed a wideout, a middle linebacker. As you know, Christian Kirksey's gone. We need another guy on the outside linebacker. We keep four, so two rights, two lefts, and we need another one on the right side with the other Smith brother, Preston Smith. So we're gonna definitely need to put another guy out there just to spell him. Um, we also let go of a special team standout and a guy who was starting to rise as a star in Owen Burks. So we would definitely need. That's where we would definitely need that other outside linebacker. Um, we grabbed the receiver, um, Amari Rogers from Clemson. We got him in round three with the 22nd overall pick. Hey, I like receivers, backs that can help out the team score touchdowns. I think that's what we need. Um, Now, how many other receivers were drafted before this guy? How many other receivers? How many other receivers on my top 10 list were still left on the board who had great careers? So I don't know, man. It's kind of funny the way my Packers are going as far as the draft's concerned. I like the Ryan Newman pick out of Ole Miss. I thought at one point during the spring last year he could be a first rounder. Um, so yeah, I like that. Everything else is just uh, we got Kylan Hill, the Mississippi State's all-time leading rusher. We got him in the 7th round though, so no disrespect on that feat in becoming um, the all-time leading rusher for Mississippi State, but how big was it? How like why are you only projected to go in the 7th round? Why did you only go in the 7th round? Um, yeah, there were a handful of running backs that were better than Kylan Hill. Kylan Hill was my number 9 guy. So, just a little bit of perspective as to where I had him ranked. So, man, 17-game season, not sure what's going to happen. I'm not going to put a prediction on my team because I think that we don't know. There's too much uncertainty at quarterback. Um, our GM came out and said that Jordan Love is not ready. So, you know, as a pessimist, you want to believe, okay, that opens the door for Aaron Rodgers. That opens the door for management to reconcile things, to make it right. Wow, double negative. And just to show the public, to show the fans that this was a goof on management. It's rare, but it happens, and we're sorry. Um, I don't know what's going on with that, man. I don't. And unless Aaron comes back, it's just complete uncertainty. Um, I can say if Aaron doesn't come back, um, Aaron doesn't come back and Jordan Love sucks, next year in that draft when we're picking low because we had so many losses, don't be surprised if they consider a quarterback, because it's not fair that you did something out of spite. And not for nothing, you did something out of spite that is probably in turn gonna destroy somebody else's career. You guys are gonna let's say Aaron does go. You throw Jordan Love out too much, too early. You know what that can do to some rookie quarterbacks. Um, so I don't know, man. It's just complete frustration. Don't know what we're gonna go. Let's let's move on to the next team. The Detroit Lions, who are 5-11 in the NFC North, and that's good enough for fourth place. They needed for their team a wideout, a middle linebacker, DE, safety, and a quarterback. Did they get Justin Fields? No. Did they go for Trevor Lawrence? No. Did they go for Zach Wilson? No. Did they go for Trey Lance? No. And God forbid they didn't even go after Mac Jones. I don't know what this franchise is doing. Granted, they got a quarterback. They just traded for Goff. And a lot of people over there think Goff is poised to have a great season. I don't know. I honestly think the Rams got the better of that deal. They got that guy with the smoke show of an arm, Matt Stafford. Glad he got off. Say it for a third time. Glad he got off this franchise. Detroit is key to ruining all stars' careers and forcing them to retire early. Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, more notably. Barry Sanders was the best. I don't know if we're gonna call him the best running back or not, but definitely was one of them. And he retired too early. We'll just put it like that. So let's hope that somehow they got a reversal. Somehow Dan Campbell's bringing something to this program. You heard his quotes earlier in the spring. We wanna punch eyebrows. We're gonna beat up, and we're gonna be tough, and we're gonna bite your fingers off, and other preseason words of hype, just to get the troops fired up, the fan base fired up. Did a good job of firing the fan base up. And I think that he has potential to bring some kind of change to. He has potential to bring some kind of change to the Detroit Lions. I'm just not sure to what level. Not sure if what he's got is enough to get over the hump. I don't know. It's interesting what he's doing. It's even more interesting who he's bringing in there as his coaching staff. So it's gonna be interesting to see where the Lions go. Anyway, sorry, getting all scatterbrained. So the Lions needed a wideout, middle linebacker, a defensive end, a safety, and a quarterback. Wow. They didn't get the quarterback. I already got them on that. What they did get was Penei Sewell. He luckily fell to their laps, the 7th overall pick, and Detroit needed him. That's a piece on that offensive line, and he's going to be there for, God, a decade or more, 12, 13, 14 years. Hopefully, protecting whoever the heck's the quarterback. Hopefully that franchise gets a playoff berth, let alone a playoff win. They go crazy in Detroit for a playoff win, a playoff berth, let alone a playoff win. So let's hope that Dan Campbell and his staff bring that. Um, little fun fact for you guys. Dan Campbell played in the NFL for 9 years. Yeah, I think he was with the. I know he played with the Panthers for 7 years, but the first 2 years of his franchise was spent on practice squads. Um, Dan Campbell ended up being one of the. No, I don't know if we're gonna say one of the best linebackers, but he's definitely one of the ones that was more sought after. Maybe he wasn't a Ray Lewis, but he was a mm, oh damn, that's even too strong of a comparison. I was gonna say Gary Brackett, but then again, Dan Campbell's a little bigger than that though. But same style of play. Um, so yeah, he has the toughness. He's been in the locker rooms. He knows how a franchise works. That he's all with those organization skills. It's just can they bring it together? Personally, Tampa Bay is cursed. I mean, excuse me, Detroit is cursed. They they just can't win with no matter who they got. I honestly am gonna end it at hoping that the Detroit Lions have a winning season, and I'm a Packers fan. Let's say Penei Sewell was a great pick. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown out of USC in the fourth round. Simply because a lot of people sleep on this guy, and that cutback is so crazy. That cutback, that comeback route. He's a great route runner all around, but that route especially gets everyone. Well, you got everyone in the Pac-12. I'm not going to speak on that level of competition, but nah. So yeah, I like that pick. Um, like I think the Deion Barnes pick out of linebacker out of Purdue. We got him in the fourth round, the eighth overall pick in that round. Um, I I was a little bit high on him more than other people were obviously, and had him rated as my number five linebacker. Yeah, number five linebacker. So this goes to show you how they look at him and how they judge and critique your draft pick status versus what I would assume or think. So yeah, I like Penei Sewell. Also, I like Aleem McNeil. They got him, the DT out of NC State. He's a big guy, that a really really big guy that plays like he's smaller. That 40 time is unfathomable, to say the least. How that a man of such size runs a 4.64, out of this world. But congratulations to him. Um, well, other than that, I think the Lions did okay. I like a lot of their draft picks. Dan Campbell's here this year, so like I said, let's just hope that they have a winning record. I'll say for shoots and giggles that the Detroit Lions will go um 8-7. We'll give them their first ever. We'll give them their first ever winning record since the early 2000s. Mind you, uh, Matty Stafford brought this Lions squad to the playoffs. Not the one that's current now, with all the influx of multiple first round picks, because they don't win anything every year. Um, yeah, I've seen Matty Stafford bring them to the playoffs. Um, Here's the thing: if you guys want to try to stump me on this fact, look up the year that Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions went to the playoffs. It was obviously a one and done. But yeah, please get me the year and who they faced first, because I do not know. Yeah, so Lions are gonna go 8-7, and that was grading the draft. Sorry it was so Packers heavy. You obviously know why. So I have some scores for you. in the NBA, the Miami Heat beat the Boston Celtics 130 to 124. I would not normally celebrate a Miami Heat victory, but you guys beat the Boston Celtics, so Celtics lose. Yes. Anyway, yay, we have the Knicks over the Clippers, 106 to 100. What did I say about them damn Clippers losing the easy games? The games that are given, the games that you need to win. They're losing them. I don't really get it. I don't know what's going on, but they're starting to flirt with that play-in tournament and having to be a part of that to get into the playoffs. So they definitely need to get it together. New Orleans over Charlotte's 112 to 110. That Charlotte Hornets team has gotten better as this season has gone on. I love LaMelo Ball. Love the way he plays. I really like the way that offense runs in Charlotte. It's it's just so that the fast. It's got elements of Mike D'Antoni's system in it. With the fast break and his quick passes. It's like two or three outlet passes and shots up. So I like that. I like that a lot. Um, obviously with him being the leader of the team, he's a rookie. The rookie woes, and then the team kind of sort of has to grow with you, um, especially at that position, point guard in the NBA. And it seems as the season went on that the Charlotte Bobcats or the Charlotte Hornets, I'm sorry, the Charlotte Hornets were progressing. They started to win more, started to score more points. A lot of the big market teams, maybe including my Lakers. But that was without LeBron. So the Charlotte Hornets are starting to come up in the NBA world. Look for year two for this guy to really step his game up, and I think that will happen. I think that will happen. LaMelo Ball is the better of it, and that is definitely that will. We already saw that on camera today, so um, I think I think going forward it's records, it's wins. Not saying championships, but I think he's going to break some scoring records, and he's a very good passer too. So yeah, what else do I have for you? Dallas over Cleveland, 124-97. Minnesota 128. Orlando 96. Wow. Chicago 108, Detroit 96. That is technically a quality win because the Detroit Pistons are sometimes good, sometimes bad. Um, my Lakers finally snap out of the funk, get a win over the Phoenix Suns. 123-110. Felt so good to see that. Um, this man with LeBron being out, AD hurt his back again the other night. He came back the next game and put in some work when we wore the throwback jerseys. Um, but our team is not. We're nothing without LeBron. We need LeBron back, and I believe he's due to come back when we play the Knicks, which is tomorrow. Yeah, I want to say we play the Knicks tomorrow night. Mm, could be tonight. I don't know. I haven't got a chance to go over this go over the schedule. In Major League Baseball, Boston beats the Baltimore Orioles 4-3. They have a game tomorrow night with the Orioles as well. So make sure you catch that. Yanks over the Nats 3-2. Nats beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. Cincy and Cleveland was postponed due to inclement weather. In 10 innings, Milwaukee beat Miami 2-1. Milwaukee Brewers are good at that. That's the third time they've done that this season. Kept games close and then brought you to overtime. I don't know how anyone can do that consistently in baseball, but that beats me. In we have the Chicago White Sox beating the Kansas City Royals 9-3. Houston Astros over the Toronto Blue Jays 7-4. Texas Rangers beat the Seattle Mariners 10-2. Tampa Bay Rays over the Oakland Athletics 4-3. Philly beats. Well, this is what they thought. Atlanta beats Philly 6-1. Yesterday, Philly beat Atlanta. Um, the Angels beat the Dodgers 2-1. Um, I don't know, man. Every time the Dodgers lose, I I just get this angry feeling. It's like, gosh, guys, I predicted you guys to win the series. What is going on? Clayton Kershaw, what is going on, dude? You guys are the best team in baseball. I don't know who it is now, man. A little bit of everybody's losing too much. To put your finger on it. And, you could just say, oh, I'm going by record. Say that's the best team in the league. Well, you're probably wrong. I don't know. I think to me a good baseball team is great pitching, decent bats, especially batters 5 through 11, and always got to have a good catcher who has chemistry with the pitcher. So, in that we have the Angels over the Dodgers 2-1, and that was the nightcap for baseball. And the National Hockey League, there were only 2 games tonight. Calgary beat Ottawa 6-1, and Chicago beat Dallas 4-2. I believe those games were extra makeup for COVID, um, and that's why there was only 2 as opposed to a normal slate of games being played. So there we are. A couple things to add. To the Mets, Josh DeGrom left the game early. Um, he's going to have an MRI, I believe, this morning, and just hope for the best, man. I honestly think teams need to trade for Josh DeGrom. I think the Mets didn't. I think the Mets didn't care about his production enough, and they fired the hitting coaches. A little bit too late. After repeated games of 1-run scores, 2-run scores, again 1-run scores, and getting kicked the crap out of by the other team. And Josh DeGrom has great outings, like 9, 10 strikeouts. Um, so he's definitely one of the better pitchers in the league. Um, I just think that there's no run support in New York. Maybe some of these new hitting coaches will bring something to these Mets. Maybe they'll crank out like a 10 or a 12-run game, like Cincy did a couple days ago. Um, Something like that, man. Hopefully, but Jake DeGrom, I hope you get better, and I hope you get traded. Honestly, sorry, Mets fans. I know you're gonna have my head for that. And after a year and a half long drought, your boy Rory McIlroy wins his first. This is the first major PGA event in a year and a half. Um, he won at the Wells Fargo. Gosh darn, that must feel good. I couldn't I couldn't picture losing anything for an 18-month streak and then not winning, not regaining something back. And that's what he did. So congratulations to Rory McIlroy. I always butcher your name too. Yeah. So this is episode 48 for the Sports Talk. I'm Rahim Escalay. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Follow us on YouTube if you haven't already. Um, Tomorrow, episode 49, we're gonna do just a little quick one. episode 50. Please tune in. We're going live, interviewing two Springfield legends in Colin James and Elijah Ayers. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss the show. You don't want to miss the interviews. This is Western Mass Sports the way it should be. Delivered to you extremely factually, but opinionated. With a little bit of oh wow, he's a human back there instead of a you know. So man, I just give it to you guys the best way I can, and I hope you like it. So please tune in to episode 50. It's gonna be big. You're gonna love it, I promise. I got a couple stories, couple different pieces I wrote about. We're gonna discuss, and we got the interviews, and probably some extra guests with fans if they chime in, whatever. It'd be greatly appreciated. Fans of sports, fans of the show, um, chime in, comment. If your comment makes enough sense, then you might get invited on to talk to us about your comment. Make a point or be involved with the conversation. Um, so please don't forget to tune in every day because I put out an episode every day. But please, especially don't forget to tune in on Wednesday to episode 50. This is Raheem Escalade of 413 Sports Talk, episode 48. I love you all. I hope you all have a great, blessed day and achieve what it is you set out to achieve. Here you go.